Let me catch you up real quick. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm a mediocre rider. This, combined with other unforeseen factors, drove my decision to say goodbye to my Norden 901 Expedition. Since I started this channel, one lesson I've learned the hard way is use cases over spec sheets. While I enjoy and appreciate traditional motorcycle reviews, it's not something I'm necessarily good at. I'm not a journalist, I don't produce massive amounts of content, so be aware this is not a traditional review or final thoughts video. But I do think this will help you assess if the Norden is the right bike for your specific use case. I first saw the Norden from EICMA concept videos and immediately fell in love with it. At that time, I thought I'd never spend more than $15,000 on a motorcycle. Fast forward to June 2023, I purchased the Norden 901 Expedition with the expectation of a no compromises motorcycle. Let's put aside the philosophical debate that there are no solutions, only trade-offs, and summarize my desired use case in 3 major points: off-road capability, touring comfort, premium conveniences. After spending almost 4,000 miles in the saddle, the bike did not disappoint. The motor had plenty of power, the transmission with quick shifter was smooth and reliable. The riding modes and electronic aids met every expectation. I added a few functional farkles immediately, most notably the Vanash Motorsports bar risers and foot pegs. Replacing the factory Pirelli Scorpion STR tires at around 3,000 miles with Motage Tractionator GPS, increased off-road grip, and while I was at it, added KTM tire pressure monitoring kit to get PSI right on the dash. I became fluent in adjusting my suspension settings based on the riding style I needed for the day. See my in-depth suspension video in the info card above. Riding through twisty roads or mountain trails felt planted and secure no matter how terrible my throttle control may have been. The brakes were sophisticated enough to confidently panic stop anytime I needed, but still enough finesse for all manner of pavement and gravel. The factory ergo heated seat was comfortable for long road trips. While the seat height did raise my blood pressure on occasion, I was never really intimidated. Even riding buddy Chris, standing at 6'5", commented on how tall the bike felt. Seat height was by far the biggest drawback, but it was entirely manageable with my 32-inch inseam. I never had issues with camshafts, oil leaks, or digital gremlins. Mechanically, everything about this machine far outperformed anything I could throw at it, except for a dangling kickstand sensor. The bike itself was basically flawless. I could have ridden this bike another 10,000 miles happily and gone anywhere I wanted to go. So why sell it? Well, it really comes down to 2 reasons. 1, the off-road capability of the machine far outpaces any skill level I'll be able to realistically achieve. I was always tempted to chase that inner hoonigan that's popping the front wheel and rabble-rousing the throttle through every feature of the trail. Chalk it up to my own self-control issues, but I just couldn't keep myself from giving this thing the beans. 2, as a complement to point number 1, this bike helped me figure out how much time I'd really be spending off the pavement. You see, I live close to a city where people are. I do not live close to endless trails and public land. I'm at least an hour from the edge of any national forest or public unpaved roads. So even on days when there's plenty of riding time, more on that later, I've either got to trailer out near the trailhead or add 2 hours of pounding, uninteresting tarmac just to get my feel of riding through nature. So I needed at least 4 hours to ride the Norden where I really wanted to go. And at least half of that time would not be pleasure riding through gentle back roads, but long stretches of frustrating, traffic-filled 4-lane highway. The bike could do anything I wanted. My riding schedule could not. Also, I like my wife and kids for the most part. Spending that much time riding feels like something I should focus on later in life. Combine all that with riding alone in the woods is not the wisest decision any of us can make, especially when I'm pushing myself and the bike close to its limits. And this is where we reference my shoulder x-rays. Now, I could have kept the bike in the garage, but it felt wrong to prevent the old girl from truly fulfilling her purpose. While I knew I'd miss her, the Swedish Braprista needed to go. As fate would have it, a kindly sheriff from North Georgia took her home to the mecca of southeastern motorcycle roads, both paved and unpaved. It did my heart good to know she'd be with someone who had the time and the skill to let her run free. So I highly recommend the Norden 901 or the Norden 901 Expedition for anyone who wants a fully capable off-road touring machine. It lives up to every promise the marketing materials make, which is rarely true. And it's a member of the Round Headlight Club. As for me, I still have my Himalayan, the multi-tool of motorcycles, which will take me anywhere I choose to go. And if everything falls into place, I'll find a more road-focused big bike to add to the fleet. Until next time, travel safe out there.